Hello friends, I am Dr. Rajni Kaur and today I am going to talk about a new topic from the subject language across the curriculum. Today's topic is characteristics of good handwriting, and it also includes some topics as a subtopic of it, like causes of bad handwriting, measures to improve handwriting, and difference between formal and informal letters. Now, what are the characteristics of good handwriting? The very first, I would like to tell you that what N.K. Gandhi said about the handwriting. Fair and legible handwriting makes a man perfect in all walks of life. Bell also said that illegible handwriting in a young man or a woman is a sign of untidy and careless mind. So, friends, handwriting definitely reflects the personality of an individual. So, what are the characteristics one should follow to improve their handwriting? The characteristics are, first is distinctiveness. It means each letter should have a characteristics forms of its own. The letter should not be distorted or any resemblance with some other letter. Means if you're writing O, that should not be like A, or if you're writing A, look like O. Every letter should have their own characteristics. Second is legibility. A legible handwriting is easy to read and causes no confusion. It is also a reflection of mind and character. In order to bring legibility in writing, the teacher should pay special attention to the 5 aspects of the cursive writing. First is letter formation, second spacing, third alignment, fourth regularity of slant, and fifth is quality of line. But what is the letter formation? That I have discussed in the previous one. Distinctiveness. The formation of letter should be proper, so everyone can understand the letter in a same manner. Spacing, that while writing the letters, there should be a proper space. Alignment, it should not be aligned either in downward or upward. It should be in a straight line. Regularity of slant, that means we should not use any extra strokes, or it should not be to left or right slant. Quality of line, everything should be written in a straight line. Third is simplicity. The letter used in writing should be simple. There should be no unnecessary strokes. Simple letter always appeals more and easy to understand. Size of letters. The size of letter should be moderate and even. The letter should have a due proportion to one another. It means the letter which we use to write in 3 lines should not be in 2 lines, and the letters which we are writing in 2 lines should not go beyond the 2 lines. Suppose if we are writing in cursive E and L, so these 2 letters should have proper size of their own. Regularity of slant. The different letters or word should have erect position. They may be in forward slant, but backward slant should always be discouraged in the class. Uniformity. It refers to a particular style. Good handwriting is always uniform in style. It should be uniform in size, spacing, and alignment. And that makes your handwriting very beautiful. The right use of punctuation marks. The punctuation marks should be properly used, otherwise they may change the meaning of the content. Suppose if you are putting question mark instead of full stop, or you are putting comma instead of question mark, then the meaning of that sentence will definitely change, and the person may understood it in another manner. Next is speed. A good handwriting is always a result of reasonable speed. The speed should not be fast and not should be too slow. Proper spacing. Proper space should be given while writing between the words and the lines in a sentence and between sentences. Suppose if we are typing on computer in the Word, so it always follow the equal spacing like 1 or 1.5. In the same manner, if we are using copies for writing, it has the equal spacing between. So while writing, we need to put distance between two words or the distance between the letters in a word or in a sentence between the sentences in a proper way, and that should be same or uniform. Attractiveness. Handwriting should be attractive. It should be beautiful and appealing to eyes of readers. That also makes a wise impact, and that also makes a proper impact on the readers. Now, what are the causes of bad handwriting, or why the students do not have good handwriting? So what are the causes that works behind it? Teachers should remain cautious while improving writing to students. Imitation of bad examples is a very common cause for a bad handwriting. If the teacher or the parents, those who are teaching them at home, are not good at handwriting, then the students will also imitate the same. Lack of good sitting arrangement, writing too near the body, or insufficient mobility of thumb. That is also a very big reason for a bad handwriting. If the sitting arrangement for the students is not proper, the desk or the bench they are using for writing is not having the proper height according to the height of the students, so that also causes bad handwriting. Use of fountain pens for ball pens from the early stage. We should encourage the students to use fountain pens instead of ball pens. Poor quality of paper and ink. If the paper is of bad quality, so while writing on the paper, the impression of the ink that comes on the back side of the paper, and that also the cause of the bad handwriting. Bad sitting posture. If we are not sitting properly while writing, if we are lie down, we are taking the support of the wall or the desk, and we are not sitting in a proper position or the posture, that also affects our handwriting and may cause various problems. Ways of holding pen or pencil or paper. If we are not holding the pen or pencil or the paper in a proper manner, or we are holding the pen not in a proper way, that also causes bad handwriting. Writing too angular and irregular due to lack of freedom of movement or very slow movement can also be one of the cause for the bad handwriting. Now these are the causes of bad handwriting. Then what should we do, or being a teacher, what should she do to improve the handwriting of the students? So what are the measures to improve the handwriting? The very first measure is use of 4-lined notebooks at the initial stage. When students start writing or they start learning how to write, at that time if they use 4-lined notebooks, that makes them habit that how to write and what kind of space or alignment or they should follow. Proper sitting posture in the class. It is very essential that whatever the sitting arrangement is provided to the students from the side of school, that is to be very proper, so that helps the students to write in a proper manner. Proper arrangement of desk. Again, it is related to the managerial capacity. Next is organization of competition in various fields of writing. In school, teacher or school authorities can organize calligraphy competition or writing competition and other kind of competition which involves writing, so the students will develop their writing abilities. Time for practice. In the lower classes or at the primary stage, we can ask students to practice for making their handwriting good. And that can be possible by providing them cursive books or to ask them to make a writing on daily basis. Checking mistakes. It is in the part of teacher that she should check the notebooks in a proper manner and to find out the mistakes committed by the students and to tell them to remove them or to rectify them, so the students will follow the right kind of pattern to write in their notebook. Proper holdings of pen. Pen should be holded by the students in a proper manner or in a right way so they can write properly. Teacher's handwriting as a model. It is very important that teacher should write in a proper way so students will imitate in the same manner. Motivation to write good handwriting. Students should be motivated to write in a proper way. Use of techniques like calligraphy, dictation and copying or transcriptions. Use of material like a truck of sand, kindergarten box, flex card exercise or books etc. to provide them proper training for good handwriting. This is all about the handwriting. Now we move to the next topic, that is difference between formal and informal letter. What is the formal letter? Formal letter is a letter written in formal language in the stipulated format for official purpose. And in schools, we are used to write applications to the class teacher or the principal. That is also one of the way to write the formal letter. Informal letters written in a friendly manner to someone you are familiar with is called informal letter. What are the objectives that work behind the formal letter? Professional communication is the sole purpose of formal letter, but whereas personal communication is the purpose of informal letter. Format. In case of format, formal letter follow a prescribed format, but informal letter generally do not follow a prescribed format. Formal letters are always written in first person, but in case of business letters, and rest of others letter that comes under the category of formal letter is in the third person. But informal letter can be written by the students in first person, second person or third person. To whom we used to write formal letters? So formal letters comes the business, college institutes, employer, organization, etc. comes under the category of formal letter. Whereas friends, family, acquaintance, etc. comes under the category of informal letter. Formal letter always written in the passive voice, whereas informal letters are written in the active voice. In case of formal letter, the sentences are long and complex, but in case of informal letter, sentences are short and simple. Size of formal letter is concise and to be very particular while writing that it should not be too long or convey the message properly. But in case of informal letter, we can write it either in the large size or maybe in the concise. The way we can communicate our things to the concerned person. Contraction and abbreviation. In formal letter, we usually avoid the contraction and abbreviation, but in case of informal letter, we used abbreviations or contractions. Thank you, friend. Hope this presentation helps you for teaching how to write in a proper manner or what are the ways to write in a proper way and what are the differences between formal letter and informal letter. Thank you.